It's time for us to change America, and that's why I'm running for president of the United States.
State Legislator, 1997–2004. Obama was elected to the Illinois Senate in 1996, succeeding State Senator Alice Palmer as senator from Illinois' 13th District, which then spanned Chicago's South Side neighborhoods from Hyde Park, Kenwood South to South Shore, and west to Chicago Lawn. Once elected, Obama gained bipartisan support for legislation reforming ethics and healthcare laws. He sponsored a law increasing tax credits for low-income workers, negotiated welfare reform, and promoted increased subsidies for childcare. In 2001, as co-chairman of the Bipartisan Joint Committee on Administrative Rules, Obama supported Republican Governor Ryan's payday loan regulations and predatory mortgage lending regulations aimed at averting home foreclosures. Obama was re-elected to the Illinois Senate in 1998, defeating Republican Yesai Udall in the general election, and re-elected again in 2002. In 2000, he lost a Democratic primary run for the U.S. House of Representatives to four-term incumbent Bobby Rush by a margin of 2-1. In January 2003, Obama became chairman of the Illinois Senate's Health and Human Services Committee when Democrats, after a decade in the minority, regained a majority. He sponsored and led unanimous, bipartisan passage of legislation to monitor racial profiling by requiring police to record the race of drivers they detained, and legislation making Illinois the first state to mandate videotaping of homicide interrogations. During his 2004 general election campaign for U.S. Senate, police representatives credited Obama for his active engagement with police organizations in enacting death penalty reforms. Obama resigned from the Illinois Senate in November 2004 following his election to the United States Senate. 2004 U.S. Senate campaign. In mid-2002, Obama began considering a run for the U.S. Senate. He enlisted political strategist David Axelrod that fall, and formally announced his candidacy in January 2003. Decisions by Republican incumbent Peter Fitzgerald and his Democratic predecessor Carol Moseley Braun not to contest the race launched wide-open Democratic and Republican primary contests involving 15 candidates. Obama's candidacy was boosted by Axelrod's advertising campaign featuring images of the late Chicago Mayor Harold Washington, and an endorsement by the daughter of the late Paul Simon, former U.S. Senator for Illinois. He received over 52% of the vote in the March 2004 primary, emerging 29% ahead of his nearest Democratic rival. In July 2004, Obama wrote and delivered the keynote address at the 2004 Democratic National Convention in Boston, Massachusetts. After describing his maternal grandfather's experiences as a World War I veteran and a beneficiary of the New Deal's FHA and GI Bill programs, Obama spoke about changing the U.S. government's economic and social priorities. He questioned the Bush administration's management of the Iraq War and highlighted America's obligations to its soldiers. Drawing examples from U.S. history, he criticized heavily partisan views of the electorate and asked Americans to find unity in diversity, saying, "There is not a liberal America and a conservative America, there's the United States of America." Though it was not televised by the three major broadcast news networks, a combined 9.1 million viewers watching on PBS, CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, and C-SPAN saw Obama's speech, which was a highlight of the convention, and confirmed his status as the Democratic Party's brightest new star. Obama's expected opponent in the general election, Republican primary winner Jack Ryan, withdrew from the race in June 2004. 2 months later, and less than 3 months before Election Day, Alan Keyes accepted the Illinois Republican Party's nomination to replace Ryan. A longtime resident of Maryland, Keyes established legal residency in Illinois with a nomination. In the November 2004 general election, Obama received 70% of the vote, to Keyes' 27%, the largest victory margin for a statewide race in Illinois history. U.S. Senator, 2005-2008. Obama was sworn in as a senator on January 4, 2005. Obama was the fifth African-American senator in U.S. history, and the third to have been popularly elected. He was the only Senate member of the Congressional Black Caucus. CQ Weekly, a nonpartisan publication, characterized him as a loyal Democrat based on analysis of all Senate votes in 2005-2007, and the National Journal ranked him as the most liberal senator based on an assessment of selected votes during 2007. In 2005 he was ranked 16th, and in 2006 he was ranked 10th. In 2008, Congress.org ranked him as the 11th most powerful senator. Obama announced on November 13, 2008, that he would resign his Senate seat on November 16, 2008, before the start of the lame duck session, to focus on his transition period for the presidency. This enabled him to avoid the conflict of dual roles as president-elect and senator in the lame duck session of Congress, which no sitting member of Congress had faced since Warren Harding. His successor has not been officially assigned. Legislation. Obama voted in favor of the Energy Policy Act of 2005 and co-sponsored the Secure America and Orderly Immigration Act. In September 2006, Obama supported a related bill, the Secure Fence Act. Obama introduced two initiatives bearing his name, Lugar-Obama, which expanded the non-Lugar cooperative threat reduction concept to conventional weapons, and the Coburn-Obama Transparency Act, which authorized the establishment of usaspending.gov, a web search engine, on federal spending. On June 3, 2008, Senator Obama, along with Senators Thomas R. Carper, Tom Coburn, and John McCain, introduced follow-up legislation strengthening transparency and accountability in Federal Spending Act of 2008. Obama sponsored legislation that would have required nuclear plant owners to notify state and local authorities of radioactive leaks, but the bill failed to pass in the full Senate after being heavily modified in committee. In December 2006, President Bush signed into law the Democratic Republic of the Congo Relief, Security, and Democracy Promotion Act, marking the first federal legislation to be enacted with Obama as its primary sponsor. In January 2007, Obama and Senator Feingold introduced a corporate jet provision to the Honest Leadership and Open Government Act, which was signed into law in September 2007. Obama also introduced Deceptive Practices and Voter Intimidation Prevention Act, a bill to criminalize deceptive practices in federal elections, and the Iraq War De-Escalation Act of 2007, neither of which have been signed into law. Later in 2007, Obama sponsored an amendment to the Defense Authorization Act adding safeguards for personality disorder military discharges. This amendment passed the full Senate in the spring of 2008. He sponsored the Iran Sanctions Enabling Act supporting divestment of state pension funds from Iran's oil and gas industry, which has not passed committee, and co-sponsored legislation to reduce risks of nuclear terrorism. Obama also sponsored a Senate amendment to the state Children's Health Insurance Program, providing 1 year of job protection for family members caring for soldiers with combat-related injuries. Committees. Obama held assignments on the Senate Committees for Foreign Relations, Environment, and Public Works and Veterans Affairs through December 2006. In January 2007, he left the Environment and Public Works Committee and took additional assignments with Health, Education, Labor and Pensions and Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs. He also became chairman of the Senate's Subcommittee on European Affairs. As a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Obama made official trips to Eastern Europe, the Middle East, Central Asia, and Africa. He met with Mahmoud Abbas before he became president of Palestine, and gave a speech at the University of Nairobi condemning corruption in the Kenyan